The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello, this is TVWAN News. I'm Jasmine Irujak.
And I'm Carol Kiru Jr. Join me later in the bulletin for sports.
In this edition, young lad awarded Daxin STEM curriculum, Chinese doctor leaves with PNG memories, and international Kumuls arrive for preparations. The aftermath of a severe 6.7 magnitude earthquake, which occurred in Madang, has affected aerodrome facilities on the airside. Transport and Civil Aviation Minister Walter Schnobelt confirmed this through a report from the National Airports Corporation office in Madang.
Minister for Transport and Civil Aviation Walter Schnobelt confirmed that 70-meter-long cracks have been identified on the runway 7 threshold towards the end of the Meiro River. Schnobelt says the runway pavement developed cracks along a 170-meter section and also the perimeter fence line below the approach of runway 25. He said engineers will need to travel to Madang and do a thorough assessment on the runway before a full report will be compiled to illustrate the extent of damage. Meantime, a notice to airmen or NOTAM will soon be issued to displace the runway by 170 meters. This will result in the downgrade of the aircraft to DES 8-300 series. The Q400 can also operate, but on restricted payload. Schnobelt said there will be an urgent pavement repair work to be carried out on the runway and along the fence line. Freddie Moe, TVWAN News.
Continuous rainfall in the past week has wreaked havoc in certain parts of Morbe province. On Saturday, October the 7th, the Busu bridge collapsed while portions of the Wain Erap roads had landslips and flooding.
Landslips, flooding and damaged infrastructure were reported in the districts of Bulolo and Nawai in Morbe province due to the recent continuous rainfall. On Saturday, the 7th of October, the Busu bridge connecting the main highway to Buana station in Nawai district collapsed while portions of the Wain Erap roads had landslips and flooding. Up at Nabak Highway, parts of the road from Bumburum Bridge were cut off by flood waters. Nawai MP Theo Pelgan immediately sent the Nawai District Technical Team and National Works and Highways engineers to assess the situation. Pelgan said this week they intend to gather assessment reports and work towards a plan to mobilize machinery to carry out repair work and upgrade of access roads. The Nawai District Development Authority has engaged New Guinea Bridge Company Limited over the weekend to commence early preparatory works in a ford or shallow crossing in the interim until funding is secured to construct a new bridge. The new Busu bridge will cost 8.5 million kina as estimated by the Department of Works and National Highways engineers. The member thanked Works Secretary David Were, the Provincial Works Manager Samson Apai, and the Works Engineering team for their swift action in doing the assessment and recommending the contractor over the weekend. Camila Guare, TVWAN News, Ley.
After being suspended for a whole academic year, a grade 12 Wawin National High School student returned to claim the DAX Award for Science, Technology, Engineering and Mathematics field. Brandon Bolemark from a mixed parentage of Autonomous Region of Bougainville and Manus topped his class in STEM Mathematics and STEM Biology during Wawin's 23rd graduation ceremony on Thursday, the 5th of October.
The WNH National High School in Morobe Province hosted its 23rd graduation ceremony ahead of the grade 12 examination on Thursday, the 5th of October. One of the outstanding students who was recognized for his academic achievements was Brandon Bolamak, who was awarded the Science, Technology, Engineering and Mathematics Dux Award. From a mixed parentage of the autonomous region of Bougainville and Manus, Bolamak was one of the pioneer students of STEM when it was introduced in Wawin in 2021. However, behavioral issues resulted in him being suspended in the 2022 academic year. While his peers sat for their exams and graduated, Bolamak took that time to pause and reflect on his life choices as well as do his own studies.
Yeah, I got suspended last year and I was resumed this term, last term, term 3. And yes, a lot of challenges, mostly to do with studies. Because we are young and we have friends, and then we have our studies also, and we have our faith, our belief in God also, and we are shifting. Yes, we are shifting from different stages, so that is my challenge. When I was suspended and I knew that I was coming back to school, so I did not give up yet. That kept me to do my studies at home. Like the biggest challenge I faced in this institution in Wawin that I have never faced, and I'm grateful for that disciplinary action that I got, and it turned out well.
The 20-year-old, who ranked first in STEM mathematics and STEM biology, is interested in biotechnology, a field of science that studies living cells and cellular materials to create pharmaceutical, environmental and other products to benefit society. He hopes to be an asset to Bougainville when it finally becomes an independent state. From now on, he is staying true to himself. Kamala Guare, TV1 News, Lay.
Grade 12 student from the Wawin National High School, Jonah Pumas, finished first in Mathematics A, Chemistry and Physics, making him the overall science dux. His parents from Sak Valley in Enga Province are subsistence farmers. Only his father and sister-in-law were able to witness his graduation on Thursday, October the 5th.
Jonah Pumas graduated from Pitipai's RMCN High School in Wapenamanda, Enga Province in 2021. His parents are subsistence farmers in Sak Valley, and he is the seventh son in a family of 8. During Wawin National High School's 23rd graduation on Thursday, the 5th of October, Pumas received the overall Science Dux Award after topping his batch in Advanced Mathematics, Chemistry, and Physics. Pumas is interested in mechanical engineering and had his sights set on taking up the newly introduced curriculum of Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics, or STEM.
First time I've been to this last school, we think in STEM curriculum, but one challenge all and parents learn to work money, so me needing one laptop, but STEM was buying laptop now, Saudi Milo. Since last time curriculum, so mixing block science now.
Pumas did not let his financial situation get to him. Instead, he focused on his studies, saying his parents helped him with their prayers and hard work. Whatever little money that they get from selling food from their garden, they send to him.
Lik money or parents or saadok na salin them and me suspending law soap na. Pen and slow. I also talk survival of the fittest. You got every life got challenge. Now you got all art shifts. Now said man got strong true law facing so challenge. All of them was achieving goal.
His elder brother's wife Priscilla used to take care of him when he was growing up. She was extremely proud of the young man he grew into.
Mama's blah family all care school. So no got money, blah talk na, blah look at the some blah to Islam. So now I'm extreme money.
School principal Pal Pu said they decided to graduate their 224 students before they sit for the grade 12 examinations.
That's been our tradition. We wanted the kids to get the graduation out of the way and then give the next couple of weeks, prepare well for the examinations.
Kamila Guare, TVWAN News, Ley.
Meantime, WNH National High School will only consider selecting students who have scored 120 or more in the grade 10 national examinations.
WNH National High principal of 9 years, Pal Pu, has told parents and guardians that the school has increased its cutoff mark. Previously, students who scored 90 out of 150 and above were considered for selection into the National High School.
Cutoff. But now the cutoff has been further increased to 120 to allow for National School of Excellence to take only the very top students around the country anymore. So the others who are performing, who have a score of less than 120, we expect the provincial education system to look into doing their own School of Excellence, where they can capture the top students.
The principal said the new curriculum of science, technology, engineering and mathematics is challenging and is akin to the foundation courses offered in universities.
Difference. They're not sitting for they're not having lessons in the OB subjects. They're only doing the STEM subjects, but they are still eligible to sit for the OB exams. The difference is that many of what is in STEM.
Principal Pu said after all formalities are completed, they expect to have only one exam for their STEM students, but that is for the national education system to decide as WNH and the other 5 national high schools implemented the STEM curriculum in 2021 and graduated their pioneer STEM students last year. Out of the 6 national high schools, WNH ranked 4th in the 2022 grade 12 exams. Prior to that, they were ranked 3rd. Principal Pu is confident that his teachers and students have the potential to raise their academic standard. Kamila Guare, TVWAN News, Ley.
Maprik Secondary School, established in 1972 by the late Grand Chief Sir Michael Somare, celebrated its recent 49th graduation ceremony on Thursday, October the 5th, for grade 10, 12 and 14 students, marking a significant milestone for the school.
The 49th grade 10 graduation witnessed 252 students successfully completing their studies, marking a significant milestone for the school. During the ceremony, Senior Secondary School Inspector Ben Suming emphasized the importance of education as a catalyst for change. He encouraged the graduates to be the change they wish to see, highlighting that transformation begins with education. Principal Alfred Akai urged graduates to take responsibility for societal change, emphasizing that blaming politicians is not the solution. He challenged the students to think big, act boldly, and recognize their role as future leaders.
We'd like to challenge you, as you journey out, don't forget, you have a purpose, you have a reason to live. Once you graduate from this school, uphold the standards and the motto and the passion that you have got from this school.
Additionally, the 12th graduation ceremony for grade 12 students saw 216 graduates, and the second graduation for 4 students engaged in full correspondence studies. In also giving their address during the graduation was Emmanuel Dingu, head boy, and East Civic Ford coordinator Rosie Sound.
There's this comment saying that goes, teachers are the second parent to the students. I stand with the rest and say, yes, our teachers are our parents. Apart from imparting knowledge, they gave advice and guide us to be a better citizen in order to move forward, as our motto says, always forward.
Second graduation, and it's a privilege to be here talking to the crowd, and it's one of a kind. I think ICPIC is, we will be the model school with Mercy Secondary now in the country, taking on forward. We are responding to the government plans to meet their visions and goals that they have given us.
Akai extended best wishes to the graduates and emphasized the ongoing challenges they would face. He reminded them that success is not solely determined by academic achievements, but also by their commitment to making a positive impact on their province and country. Carol Kidu Jr., TVWAN News.
80,000 grade 10 students nationwide began the National Exam Week today with mathematics and personal development papers. Exams end this Friday, the 13th of October 2023. Exams for higher school certificate began today for grade 10 students. Today's papers were mathematics and personal development. Exams for the 80,000 grade 10 exams end this Friday, October the 13th. Next week, grade 12 sit for their week-long examination as well, while grade 8s complete the exam period from October the 23rd to the 26th. Tuesday, the 10th of October, grade 10 students sit for social science and arts. They have 5 other exams after Tuesday, with English to close off the exam week. 9th of October, Session 1 Mathematics, Session 2 Personal Development, 10th of October, Social Science Arts, 11th of October, Science and D&T subjects, 12th of October, Business Studies and Agriculture, and the 13th of October, English. Furthermore, over 200,000 students from grade 8, 10 and 12 are sitting for exams this year. You're watching TVWAN News. When we return, Chinese doctor leaves with memories of 2-year stint in Papua New Guinea.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase easy pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Enjoy life when we work together, making happy memories that last forever. Harem, talk young, or roll the scale rice family meal with toast. We'll bring out the smiles, cause it's a favorite by miles. Senisi go, lo scale rice, lo scale price. Senisi go, lo scale rice, lo scale price. But you like him?
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo in milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Buying PNG made.
Ton, hino ton.
Nihimomo.
If you can't stop thinking about the Hino range of trucks, then you better drive one today. Hino.
Ton.
Right across the nation, we eat snacks crackers. Emi trupla. All get a young planalapun, only like him snacks crackers. Only make him here, no PNG, one-time lay biscuit company. It's crunchy and tasty. It's irresistible.
Digicel TV presents the race that stops the nation. The most prestigious horse race in the world. The Melbourne Cup 2023. Coming soon to Digicel TV.
heavyweight championship match right here. Oh! Here comes the man. Squats off bomb! Oh my God!
And everybody loves Seth freaking Rollins.
Marker.
Let's go. Darren and I are traveling around the world to find some new perspectives on some very old problems.
I can't believe this place exists.
Searching for healthy, sustainable living solutions for the planet.
Merge where we live with what we eat.
And all who live on it.
Woo!
From Europe to the Amazon, from superfoods to eco-warriors, welcome to a culture that screams green and responsible.
It's time to get down to earth.
And we're back. The missing link between Mount Bosavi and Kutubu in Nipa Kutubu district of Southern Highlands province will soon be connected. About 17 kilometers left from Waro village in Kutubu is expected to reach the Tagali River and onwards to Muluma station in Mount Bosavi.
With a vision to connect Kutubu and Mount Bosavi to the district headquarters in Nipa, local MP Dr. Billy Joseph is adamant to make it happen for his people. Dr. Billy, in a phone interview, said all roads in the district will be linked up to allow the flow of government services to the people. He said currently the construction of the road is at Waro village, which is 17 kilometers away from the Tagali River, which connects Muluma station in Mount Bosavi. However, he clarified that before they cleared the virgin forest, traditional rituals have to be carried out by local chiefs to allow for the road construction.
People must you talk to people. Thank you, restaurant. Okay, thank you. You say bomb you come start. We talk one pen. So we got hard one you play. Piabo Posabi. We got one pen. One you play. It's a massive camera back up. Finish the Posabi. Thank you, true. Road by go. Me to ourselves. Road by go. Come on, bro. What a tagari.
Dr. Billy acknowledged the government's Connect PNG program and that will see missing links in Nipa Kutubu district connected. He said the Nipa Kutubu District Development Authority stands ready to support the government's initiative, which will allow tangible services reaching the unreached people of Kutubu and Mount Bosavi. Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
Doctors and nurses at the pediatric department of the Port Moresby General Hospital gathered at the Special Children's Nursery Thursday, the 5th of October, to farewell a colleague and friend from the China medical team, Dr. Liu Zhengqiu. Dr. Liu is the deputy team leader of the 12th China medical team.
It was a bittersweet moment for pediatric doctors and nurses at the Port Moresby General Hospital to say farewell to a doctor who has imparted invaluable medical knowledge in the profession of saving lives, especially of newborn babies. Dr. Zhengqiu opened opportunities for pediatric nurses and doctors to engage in specialized training in China. He imparted medical skills and knowledge at the Port Moresby General Hospital and among the health fraternity in Keviang and other provinces over the past 2 years and 7 months, especially in delivering COVID-19 immunization when the pandemic was at its peak. As an associate professor of pediatrics and a consultant neonatologist, Dr. Liu saved lives of infants at the Port Moresby General Hospital by applying skills in the use of modern technology, such as minimally invasive surgery and the saving of baby Taylor through the innovative use of the ventilator.
So I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to once again to all of you for your help, your kindness, your understanding, your cooperation, your help, your friendship, and everything you have done to me. You have made my life different.
Dr. Roland Barnabas, pediatric consultant of the Port Moresby General Hospital, was emotional when saying his farewell, as he personally benefited from Dr. Lee's influence when he needed a critical life-saving operation and treatment.
As someone who's been in the industry for the last 10 years, since 2010 I've been here. I've gone to Lake for 1 year and I've come back here. We've had a lot of struggles. We've had a lot of struggles with our main causes of deaths, preterm and meconium aspiration, and neonates needing ventilatory support, and all these things in terms of our capacity building, improving our healthcare workers, improving our systems, making sure that it works properly. And you've come across China medical team, and we thank our government for this wonderful relationship that we've established with China.
Dr. Zenki Lee extended his gratitude to his PNG colleagues at the Special Children's Nursery with household equipment and goodies. Frida Kana, TVWAN News.
The organically grown fly rice is set to hit shelves in Kiunga, Western Province after 6 months. The Samagos Fly Rice Factory, operated by North Fly Agro Limited, was launched by a member for North Fly District, James Donald, in 2019. Production is gaining momentum, with distribution nationwide and overseas. During the launch in July, the North Fly MP stated that the next big projects will be vanilla, cocoa, rubber, and the commissioning of the rice project. Minister for Oil Palm and MP for Nakanai, Francis Maneke, is prioritizing downstream processing for the oil palm industry to support the government's agenda on creating more employment opportunities in the country. This and relating development agendas can only be implemented after review and amendment of OPIC Act 1992.
Speaking during the PNG Oil Palm Policy and Palm Oil Industry Authority Bill 2023 validation workshop in Port Moresby over the weekend, Minister for Oil Palm Francis Galia Maneke urged stakeholders to prioritize the government's agenda in expanding the oil palm industry to other provinces. He said the government's focus is maximizing the benefits of oil palm for growers and allow more participation in spin-offs. However, he said all these developmental agendas will only be implemented after Parliament review and amend the OPIC Act 1992.
Our alliances with the national agriculture plans and programs, oil palm must be there too. So in doing so, we will be working together with the Department of Agriculture through the Secretary and the Department, so that we can be able to deliver a future for this very important industry. And with that we can deliver. And I trust that we have to do before Christmas. We have to do before Christmas to make sure that we are geared up to attend to the government policies of today.
The appointed Secretary for Agriculture, Dr. Segi Beng, backed Minister Maneke and supports the government's agenda in downstream processing of oil palm in the country.
Your government is strong on downstream processing, and oil palm needs to also go through that process. We cannot continue to send our crude oil to other countries where they will gain the benefit of further processing and the benefits that go with employment and so on and so on. If PNG, we must have our own processing of oils into other products so that the employment has to be created.
Maneke emphasized that landowners in the oil palm growing provinces have been spectators for decades. The amended act would benefit them in being more included in oil palm production. He also said the establishment of the Oil Palm Industry Development Authority and its regulation will allow the government to properly regulate the industry and ensure high international standards and compliance. Example, the RSPO are observed, increase revenue collection by the state, and thus grow the industry throughout the nation. Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
And now the finance news. The kina closed lower at $0.2720 US in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2645 US, $0.4133 Australian dollars, $0.2432 euro, and 39.14 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, all closed higher, except copra, which closed the day lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, ASX closed higher, and all ordinaries closed higher as well. This is TVWAN News. We'll have news from the region when we come back. Stay tuned.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
When you're spending time with family, when you've got a big day ahead, when you have given it all you've got, when you're putting on a feast, that's when you want the best. That's when you want flame rice. New flame rice. Win him, Olgera.
Hiya, Mama. You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic Kokoda, get up and big smile on face. Time for give chicken a great kumutu. Sip, sip, the moo, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, the taste PNG loves.
Hey, you want talk? Want to win one of 4 Costa buses? Simply collect 6 SP Lager red promo caps and enter the draw at a participating store near you. There are heaps of other great prizes to win too, like SP Hunters jerseys and other awesome SP Lager gifts. So enter the draw today for a chance to win. There's a bus to be won in Islands, Southern, Momase, and in New Guinea Islands. SP Lager, Bungim Yumi!
St. John Ambulance, how can we help you?
Calls like these are a part of our day-to-day routine at St. John Ambulance.
Office base, this is Alpha 130. We cannot locate the patient or the house.
Our crew is unable to locate you. Ma'am, I would like to send you a text which has a link that can help us find you.
Introducing the GoodSim application. When you click on the link, you give us permission to log into your location and get to you in time.
Confirmed Office base. Alpha 130 has arrived on scene.
For the first time ever, Backroads leaves Australian soil.
Hi, I'm Tanya Bale. I'm excited to show off a part of Papua New Guinea that's close to my heart.
To uncover the vibrant and resilient spirit of Rabaul.
It's a place where nature's glory can suddenly be eclipsed by its fury.
The mountains, the volcanoes, the ocean cannot speak. We will tell the story.
Backroads, Sunday on ABC Australia.
Welcome back. First up, police in Central Province have arrested and detained 12 men from Tari on Saturday the 7th of October for assaulting a policeman attached to Kwikila Police Station. According to police officers on the ground, the group of men who reside in Kwikila were fighting amongst themselves. When the policeman heard about the incident, he walked over to stop the fight. During the course of the stopping of the fight, the man retaliated and cut him on his head. Police report revealed that the same group of men has been consistently disturbing the community when they are drunk. The Central Provincial Police Commander Superintendent Laimo IC, after citing report from the incident, told the district and provincial authorities to be vigilant and cautious in allowing outsiders to operate business in the district. Meantime, the police officer is undergoing treatment at Kwikila Hospital. In regional news, 2 men reportedly Qantas baggage handlers have been charged by the AFP after allegedly unloading 100 kilograms of cocaine from a passenger plane in Sydney last weekend.
5 men in total have been charged over this alleged plot to smuggle 100 kilograms of cocaine into Sydney Airport. And the AFP says these drugs were smuggled into the cargo hold of a passenger plane, Qantas Flight 64, which came from Johannesburg and landed in Sydney on Saturday afternoon. And they say that they estimate that the street value of these drugs was $40 million. And 2 of the men who were charged worked at the airport, and the AFP alleges that they used their employment and access to baggage handling operations to remove the 5 bags of cocaine and place them into a car outside the airport freight terminal, where they met a driver, and the driver of that car, as well as those 2 men who work at the airport, were all charged and arrested shortly after the handover. And police also arrested a 62-year-old man who coordinated this handover, as well as a 42-year-old man who is believed to be the primary facilitator and mastermind of this plot, and he is allegedly involved in coordinating with overseas figures to source the cocaine and place it onto the aircraft. And police say that the AFP strongly targets border operations in regards to drug importations, and all 5 men appeared in Parramatta Local Court yesterday and they were denied bail. One of the men will appear at Downing Centre Local Court again today, while the other men will appear on November the 30th.
Charlotte Salwai was duly elected Vanuatu's new Prime Minister after a secret ballot with 29 votes in the absence against again of the MPs on the other side of the House. Vanuatu's former PM, Sato Kilman, was voted out through a motion of no confidence in the country's parliament last Friday in Port Vila. The motion was carried by a show of hands with 27 votes, in the absence of the government bench which had vacated the floor in protest ahead of the motion being moved. PM Salwai took his oath and was installed as the new PM of the Republic of Vanuatu. Salwai apologized to the Vanuatu public for the ongoing political crisis, which have seen 4 prime ministers elected now in the space of 3 years. The annual meeting of trade ministers from the Pacific Islands Forum in Fiji has agreed on the need to develop a regional strategy on labor mobility in the Pacific, citing the welfare of workers from Pacific Island countries as a key area of focus. Forum Deputy Secretary General Asala Nayasi said the issue is an important one where there's a lot that members have to discuss. Fiji's Minister for Trade and Deputy Prime Minister Manoa Kamikamika said the issue was not discussed in detail during the meeting, but there is an understanding that the comprehensive assessments need to be carried out at the country level by forum members. The issue will be advanced in the coming months through comprehensive assessments. The PIF Secretariat will take up with various stakeholders, including the PACER Plus implementation until based in Apia. 4 gunmen are still on the run after yesterday's shocking daylight shooting at a busy shopping centre in Melbourne's outer north. Police have confirmed the targeted attack outside Craigenburn Central that left 1 man dead and another badly injured is linked to Melbourne's criminal underworld.
Tributes laid for Robert Issa in the packed car park where masked gunmen opened fire 24 hours earlier. The 27-year-old died and a 28-year-old was injured when the men peppered their Mercedes with bullets. Scores of horrified onlookers thankful they escaped the crossfire.
We could see the deceased on the ground with the white sheet covering him.
I acknowledge this is a particularly serious and concerning incident.
No doubt for the people who witnessed this
awful event will be provided with the support they need.
4 men fled the scene in a black Range Rover, later found torched 14 kilometres away in West Meadows. A second getaway vehicle, a blue Toyota, was dumped in reservoir, having suffered the same fate. At the car park crime scene, the dead 27-year-old's distraught family held vigil long into the night. Police today confirmed the man had underworld connections, but they're still working to determine if the shooting is linked to a string of arson attacks on tobacco stores across Melbourne, most recently in Bentley yesterday morning. A multi-agency task force has been established to tackle the illicit tobacco trade by 2 competing crime syndicates.
Police believe the syndicates are comprised of personnel from the Middle Eastern organised crime groups and also involve outlaw motorcycle gangs.
This is the second gangland execution to unfold in broad daylight, metres from the public, in the space of a few weeks after the shooting of crime figure Gavin Preston last month. Police say they don't believe the 2 shootings are related and they insist the community is safe. They're also confident they'll be able to make arrests related to both incidents soon.
We're tackling this issue from all sides, and we've got a very, very strong response.
The government needs to tell Victorians how it proposes to invest in the police that we desperately need.
We've already strengthened a range of powers for Victoria Police.
Authorities say a non-fatal shooting targeting a home in Craigieburn last month is linked to this latest deadly assault.
And that ends the news segment. Carol, what have you got for us in sports?
Thank you, Jazz. We have Kokoda Boxing Challenge and Vanuatu makes Rugby 9's comeback. Those stories and more after the break.
Hey viewers, got a red dish on your roof? You can watch over 80 channels of exclusive NRL, State of Origin, Filipino and Indian drama series, local, international, live news, plus some great international channels on Digicel TV. Get a 20-channel plan for as low as 20 kina for the one-day plan or 80 kina only if you jump in and buy the whole month at once. Want more? Maybe the 40-channel plan is what you need. Buy now for 25 kina for the one-day plan or be brave and go for the whole month, and it's only 105 kina. Want even more? Try the 60-channel plan. It's only 35 kina for the one-day plan, or take the big step and purchase the 30-day plan for only 185 kina. You want the biggest TV plan in PNG, over 80 channels for as little as 40 kina a day for the one-day plan, or take the whole month at once and you could be choosing from over 85 channels with either the Indian or the Filipino channel options as an add-on. Dial *515# to subscribe now. Digicel TV. More channels, more choice, more value.
Want more data for less? Get it now with Digicel's revamped Red Club. Enjoy data bundles from as low as 1 kina per gigabyte. Plus rollover data, the widest coverage, fastest speeds, and best reliability. Only with Red Club. Join Digicel's exclusive Red Club today and get loads more data for less. Yes! Data bundles from as low as 1 kina per gigabyte. Whoa! Join today for as low as 10 kina weekly to access discounted data bundles and get more data for less. Dial *675# or visit the My Digicel app today. The Red Club. Only with Digicel.
From the highs of joy to the lows of anguish, it will all be embraced. The power of belief will emerge from the hearts of a billion. And when that day finally comes, glory will be immortalized.
This is the ICC Men's Cricket World Cup.
For everything ever dreamt for, wished for, lived for.
Welcome back. The tightly contested 2023 Port Moresby AFL Men's A-Grade Grand Final showdown between minor premiers Gerica Bombers and Gordon's Kokofas could not be completed on Saturday due to supporters from both clubs storming onto the Colts Oval after an on-field players' brawl. Kokofas were leading by 2 points only seconds before the end of the third quarter when supporters invaded the field.
Intoxicated supporters and opportunists who attended the Port Moresby AFL Men's Grand Final took advantage of an on-field players' altercation and escalated the situation running onto the field of play. This resulted in some players and supporters sustaining injuries. The melee went on for a good 10 minutes before police intervened to restore some order. From the outset, Gerica Bombers looked sharp in the opening quarter, kicking 3 unanswered goals before Gordon's Kokofa got back within striking distance and potted 2 goals of their own to trail 15-18 until quarter break. Second quarter was an even contest with both teams scoring 2 goals apiece, closing out the first period at 33-28 in Bombers' favour. The neck-in-neck affair intensified into the dying seconds of the third quarter that saw on-field tempers flaring between players, while match umpires did what they could to keep things under control. Intoxicated supporters and opportunists from both sides took it upon themselves to run onto the field and start punching players. Eventually, it went out of control. The situation could have turned ugly had it not been for quick police intervention to bring the situation under control. Kokofas were leading 36 points to Bombers trailing 34 before the match was interrupted. Port Moresby AFL executive are said to have met today to deliberate on the incident and reach a final outcome of the game. Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
The overseas-based Kumuls players arrived in the country yesterday afternoon. They are now in camp preparing for the 2023 Pacific Bowl Championship that starts this weekend in Port Moresby.
Although some England-based players didn't travel in with the rest of the Kumuls team, majority of the boys, including Nene McDonald and Liam Horn, arrived. Coming out from the departure lounge at the Jackson's International Airport were some new exciting faces in the likes of Jack D. Bellin and Horn, who are making their debut. D. Bellin obviously being a first-timer to join the Kumuls camp. However, Horn was welcomed in a little yet significant family reception in what could be an entertaining championship matches. The teams of 6 men included Nene McDonald, Alex Johnston, Jacob Alick, Dan Russell, Horn and Kristen, led by Kumuls coach Justin Albrook. 10, who was not named in the initial squad but was a surprise visitor upon arrival. Information pertaining to 10's arrival with the team is still unknown at this stage, but he is expected to be with the Kumuls team at camp. The PNG Kumuls play Cook Islands I2 on Sunday, October 15th at the Santos National Football Stadium at 3 p.m. in Port Moresby. The Pacific Cup Championship kicks off with the first match, Australia Kangaroos playing Toa Samoa in Townsville, Australia. Meanwhile, the Fijian women team also arrived on Sunday and are preparing for their match against PNG Orchids. Rex Lita, TV1 Sports.
For the first time in 30 years, Steamship's Rugby Sevens had 2 teams flown in from outside Port Moresby to participate in a one-day tournament that was held on Saturday, October 7th at the Santos National Football Stadium. With its recent success, the Steamship Sevens is expecting more teams from outside Port Moresby for its 30th event in 2024.
On Saturday, a team from Ley, Consort Express Lines, CEL and Kimber STC Logistics managed to join the event for the first time, which made the event even more interesting. This was just a glimpse of what to expect in the coming years. Steamship's General Manager Vela Rupa said the event is expected to bring in teams from outside Port Moresby because it will be Steamship's 30th tournament since 1994.
30 years coming up next year. All I can say is stay tuned. It's going to be bigger and better. This year it was special because we had folks coming from Ley and Kimber. And so next year, the teams are saying, the one for next year, the big 30 for us, we definitely will see a lot more of our outer provinces teams come up. Our folks from Mount Hagen. Hopefully we get a few from Kvang. I get a few more teams out of Ley and the Miguni Islands as well.
The event is expected to attract more than 2,000 people. That has been the maximum capacity of the event in the recent years. And it will be great to host the event at the venue like Santos National Football Stadium. Rupa said the purpose of the Steamship Sevens is to give employees of the steamships and its partner companies a break from their work to build social connections among employees. The event also promotes healthy lifestyle. He said this is one of the ways in which the company gives back to its employees, recognizing their input to the company. The 2023 Steamships Rugby Sevens tournament had 11 female and 12 male teams participating. Rex Lita, TVWAN Sports.
The fourth edition of the annual Kokoda Boxing Challenge between PNG and New South Wales, Australia, hosted at the Lamana Gold Club, Port Moresby, concluded on a high note on Sunday. The 3x3 round international bouts featured 8 top boxers from the New South Wales Boxing Union against the current PNG select side for the upcoming Pacific Games and the Oceania Olympics qualifiers in Solomon Islands next month.
The highly anticipated International Kokoda Boxing Challenge was an important fundraiser event for the PNG Boxing Union, which would greatly assist in its endeavours to provide our boxers much-needed ring time, as well as getting the team to Brisbane for more quality training before the Pacific Games. The PNG Boxing Union President Dr. Gideon Kendino thanked corporate sponsors and partners for their generous support for a successful event. The President pointed out that fighting quality opposition such as an elite Australian team is a good reality check for boxers. It helps fine-tune strengths and weaknesses before the Pacific Games.
Very, very good, strong event that I think our boxers took a lot out of. For the boxers that lost, it's a very good wake-up call to see what the international standards are like. For the boxers that won, obviously they've got to maintain that standard. John fought a very strong New South Wales fighter, and if he can keep that up, hopefully he qualifies for the Olympics.
From the fights, coaches were able to identify specific skill sets and ring tactics to use moving forward.
From my own observation, our boxers' stances, the ring movement, we're standing flat-footed instead of keep moving, so we are a moving target rather than a standing target. Those are things that has to be improved for us to be competitive at a world stage.
Dr. Kendino said funds raised from the Kokoda Challenge will greatly assist the team to travel to Brisbane for more lead-up workouts prior to the Pacific Games in November.
Try and see if we can have a quality 3 weeks high-performance training in Brisbane, and then come back early in November, and then prepare for Honiara.
A very strong New South Wales visiting boxing side have again taken out the annual Kokoda Cup Boxing Challenge here at the boxing capital, the Lamana Gold Club. The 3x3 international bouts was witnessed by the business houses who came out in numbers to support the PNG Boxing Union in their preparation towards the Pacific Games and the Oceania Olympic qualifiers.
Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
Tavita PANGAI Jr. has stunned boxing fans with a gutsy performance in his first fight since his shock retirement from the NRL. PANGAI survived a huge scare to narrowly win his first boxing fight since making the surprise call to retire from rugby league. In just his third fight, PANGAI Jr. took on Frank Amato in a heavyweight bout that was undoubtedly the best fight on the Battle on the Reef fight card in Townsville on Saturday night. The clash went the full 6 rounds and turned into an epic slugfest as the pair traded blows. Just as PANGAI Jr. or Amato looked out on their feet, both stayed upright and kept throwing punches and showing off their granite chins. PANGAI Jr. was awarded the victory via majority decision. 19-year-old New South Wales boxer Lan Lawson is relishing his first trip to Port Moresby for the Kokoda Boxing Challenge, which took place at the Lamana Gold Club on Sunday. Lachlan took on a stiff challenge from his PNG opponent and Pacific Games prospect Arthur Ray Lavalo in the 88 kg, eventually taking out the bout by way of points.
New South Wales boxer Lan Lawson said since the team arrived on Friday, it's been an amazing experience seeing everybody was friendly and welcoming. This included a memorable visit to the Bomana War Cemetery.
It's been real nice to go around and see everywhere. Everybody seems to be real nice and friendly. The fight was really good. It made me constantly work the whole time. It was fun.
Speaking on his fight, Lachlan admitted he knew nothing about his PNG opponent, but only heard stories about how tough PNG fighters are. Lachlan took on Manu's boxer Arthur Ray Lavalo in the 88 kg division. He admitted his opponent kept coming back, but eventually he prevailed.
It was a tough fight. He was good. He kept coming the entire time. He didn't let me lighten up. The third round I started to get a bit tired and he just kept pushing forward, kept making me work for it. So it wasn't an easy night in the office. It was good.
Lachlan grew up watching a lot of boxing, and this ignited his passion for the sport. He played a bit of rugby as well before taking up the code seriously in 2019. This year he won gold in the Australian national titles.
I was playing footy when I was growing up. My best mate, his brother, was a really good boxer. He went to the Olympics and stuff. It's Jai Pataya. He's now the world champion. So I grew up living around him, and he was always trained and he was boxing. So I'd say Jai would be what got me into it.
Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
The PNG youth, junior and under-23 weightlifters returned home in style. The champions arrived with a medal each around their necks, showing their waiting friends and families that it was a successful event.
The team of 8 weightlifters had a great campaign in Apia, Samoa, winning 10 medals for the country, and their great campaign concluded with a family welcome on their arrival at the Jackson's International Airport. Following this successful campaign, assistant coach of the team Gavera Morea said, although it was the first time for Gewa Ani Gavera and Lawrence Rewa, they proved themselves strong and won a gold medal each for the team in the youth category. He said this was the highlight of the trip.
They competed in the youth categories where they won medals. Gewa came up with a gold medal and Lawrence came up with a silver medal. So that was the highlight of it. Even though that was a debut, but they still came up with medals.
Morea said the team showed so much potential in the code. They are only going to get better with age. He said their potential is shown in the results of their performances. Morea added, the future of PNG weightlifting looks good with these athletes doing well.
The development side of weightlifting looks very bright because we have the young ones coming through, where the elite lifters like Dika and Morea, when they decide to call it a day, we have the development squad coming up. So we have a lot of potential lifters that are coming through.
Morea said the weightlifters participated in 3 categories: youth, junior and under-23, and the teams did well all across with huge effort. Rex Lita, TV1 Sports.
And that's all we have for sports. Over to you, Jazz.
Thanks, Carol. Now we'll have the weather forecast for the next 24 hours. Southern, isolated thunderstorms with windy conditions. Port Moresby, possible brief showers and inland thunderstorms. Daru and Alotau, windy with possible brief showers. Momase, isolated showers and thunderstorms with windy conditions. Lae, Madang and Wewak, brief showers. New Guinea Islands, isolated showers and thunderstorms, scattered over Bougainville with windy conditions. Kokopo and Rabaul, possible brief showers. Highlands, isolated showers and thunderstorms, Goroka and Kundiawa, possible brief showers. Ocean forecast. Solomon Sea, seas slight to moderate becoming rough over western sector with east to southeast winds of 10 to 20 knots, reaching 25 to 33 knots over western sector. Bismarck Sea, seas moderate to rough becoming very rough over southern sector with east to southeast winds of 15 to 25 knots, reaching 47 knots over southern sector. Coastal waters forecast. Waters of Finchaufen through Vitias Dampier Strait to CSC Long Islands to Kaka Island. Seas 2.5 to 3 meters, rising to 4 meters at times along gale warning areas. And that ends TV1 News. Pleasant viewing. Bye for now.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by BSP, our bank, our people.